So a ton of stuff going on this morning. Let's try to break it down for you. First one is going to be 670. If you're headed eastbound, you've got a closure 670, an overturned tractor trailer incident right here. So you've got 670 shut down at 70. That's incident number one. Those folks, those crews out on the scene, diverting folks onto 70. Once you get onto 70, you're going to run into another accident. This is going to be 70 eastbound. It's right at 35. You can see that slowdown leading up to that stretch. So folks are just in a parking lot situation there. That incident under investigation on 70 eastbound. So really the entire top northern portion of the downtown area is going to be completely jammed. We've got SkyTracker out there monitoring the situation out there. So eastbound 70 at Main Street, you can see these eastbound tail lights right here up to the scene. So what you can do is you can get off at Main Street. Also, Captain Greg is out there. He was saying that you could take the just loop around the downtown loop if you want to head southbound. But really, you're going to have to take those secondary roads. James, you can take it to 9th or 12th. If you're headed out Main Street again, Grand, any of those majors that are downtown. Also, we have another incident. This is going to be a tractor trailer stuck under an overpass. And we're hearing that it's pretty stuck down there. This is going to be Independence if you're headed eastbound right at Topping Avenue. So 3 incidents, all of which are going to cause you pretty big delays this morning. Andres Gutierrez is out there, though, at 70 this morning. He's going to give us an update on what's going on.
Yeah, Casey, right now the investigation is underway. You could see a number of investigators there briefing each other on what they've gathered so far, just feet away from where their man's body is, right underneath the Grand Boulevard Bridge here over Interstate 70. This happening, of course, on the eastbound lanes of Interstate 70. They still haven't told us whether this was a traffic fatality or a suicide, but there were 3 vehicles here initially right after this all happened. Those drivers have been let go. They are on their way to wherever their morning commute takes them. But right now, the investigation is creating a massive traffic mess here. The traffic is being led onto 6th Street, and you know 6th Street is just filled with stoplights, so that is just making the backup on 70 eastbound even worse. So obviously here it is a developing situation. We're obviously trying to work to figure out whether this was in fact a traffic death or if this person decided to take their own life. Reporting live in Kansas City this morning, Andres Gutierrez, 41 Action News.
Thank you, Andres. We're going to toss it up to SkyTracker Captain Greg out there. Of course, he's been monitoring both of these situations, 670 since early this morning with that tractor trailer incident and also this incident on 70. Captain Greg.
Casey, unfortunately, not a lot of good alternatives. I'm seeing some folks are starting to take that same St. James exit, and that takes you over the Kansas River and then into the West Bottoms. For people that are familiar with that, that may work okay because you can get back onto 670. But as you can see from our shot right here, live from SkyTracker, it is starting to get much more difficult to make it to that 35 South exit on the west side of the downtown loop, as now the backup is well into the Kansas side, and in fact probably going to be the Kansas River here as the volume starts to pick up. So definitely big delays eastbound I-70 coming in from Kansas. Casey.
Thank you, Captain Greg. Not so great news this morning. So here's just a visual of what Captain Greg was just talking about. James Street, you can jump on 9th or 12th Street, and then that gets you into the downtown area. Also, if you're coming from the Kansas side, 32. That runs parallel. Try 32 this morning. Might be a little bit slow, but at least you'll be moving.